Say the line, Bart! Mikko Lehtinen. Yeah! Hello, everyone. Steve Dangle here, and usually I call Thursday the best day of the week. No, because this is an edition of Steve's Dangits, where we take a look at the biggest dangits from around the NHL over the past week, and somehow, despite not being an NHL player, or coach, or general manager, or anything, I have the biggest dangit. It's called a tease, kids. We'll save the best for last. We'll go through everything else first. Starting with the biggest dangits from the series that's still going, the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the New York Rangers. Now, at the time I'm shooting this, the series is tied 2-2. And in a series that is tied, a series that is close, you're gonna wanna do everything, the little things, and you will get rewarded for it. Except for when you don't. Here's Brandon Hagel blocking a shot, and it ended up being for nothing.
Here's Vetrano, putting on the brakes. Keandre Miller shoots. Dangle blocks it. Another shot, and Miller scores!
First, and Brandon Hagel just suffering after this shot block. He dives right into that lane. He's down and out. And Miller just follows it up with a quick wrister once again. Corrals it, on edge, little knuckler, and zips it home from the high slot. The right read to shoot that puck, and you can see Hagel holding that hand. He's already playing in.
Okay, if there was like 1.5 seconds left in the game, that would have been heroic. Hagel blocks the shot. He's in pain. It's agony, and they score in the time that it even took me to say that. Not for the first time in recent memory. We featured a guy blocking a shot. It really hurt, and then the other team scores anyway. Terrible feeling. That's dang it. Let's talk about someone who's decidedly very good at hockey. Former scoring race winner, former Hart Trophy winner, the winner of back-to-back Stanley Cups, Nikita Kucherov. What is this?
Moving the puck, and it was advanced momentarily by Kucherov. Zibanejad shoots, scores!
Too many turnovers are creating some chances right here in the neutral zone. Picked off. Zibanejad passed the first time, not this one. Blocker high. Another one that's elevated on Vasilevsky, and he rips this one home. Never looks that he's going to take that shot, sells. He's going to pass it across again. Just a great fake and release by Zibanejad. 3-1. Like game one, 30 seconds in, it was Panarin from the same spot.
No! It's weird seeing one of the most doggedly determined and skilled players in the NHL just sort of yeet the puck out of their zone, and then when the other team re-enters, just stand there? This is a bizarrely lazy play from one of the best players in the NHL, leading to a goal against. What? That's a dang it. Well, if the Stars can't get it done, then the other guys are going to have to step up. Here's Zach Bogosian walking two different Rangers, and then Patrick Maroon scores with a knuckleball.
Making their way out of the zone. It's a pass from Maroon to Belmar. Cross ice to Bogosian. Moving to the net. Stick handling was Bogosian. Rebound. They score! Pat Maroon.
The game-winning goal, Game 4 versus the Florida Panthers to finish off the second round. What a drive by Bogosian. Excellent patience in the neutral zone. Bogosian activates and just takes this in. Little toe drag, backhand on Shesterkin. He can't quite handle it. Kelly Rudy talked about those rebounds. Off of him, bounces right back out into the mix, and Maroon on the chopping backhand finishes it for a 1-0 lead.
See, it sounds less surprising if I say former 3rd overall pick Zach Bogosian makes an amazing play. And maybe we shouldn't be surprised because, remember, Bogosian was part of the bubble Lightning that won the Stanley Cup. He took a brief hiatus to fail with the Leafs, and now he's back. But the first time, he had an amazing assist that we featured prominently on Hat Picks. So maybe we shouldn't be surprised to see him doing it again in the playoffs. But as for the New York Rangers on this play, you could have gotten any 5 pylons off the street and they might have been more effective. I don't know what was happening here because they've been so hard to score on. Just not there. That's a dang it. Now for the Avs-Oilers series, which brings me closer to making fun of myself. With the series now over, there's a lot of talk about the Oilers goaltending situation and Mike Smith's not so great performance. But I gotta say, his performance in Game 3 was a gem. He gave the Oilers every chance to win. Problem is he had to stop shots from both teams.
Now Nichushkin looking to center, and it's underneath Mike Smith and in. And the Avalanche have tied it. And
this one's off the stick of Darnell Nurse trying to come back to the front of the net. You know, the coaches will tell you it drives you crazy at times when you give up a chance of just putting it to the net. Why? Well, anything can happen. It looked like it's going the other way. A quick shot now right there, the deflection, and Smith doesn't get tight to his post. He's halfway from being down and up. It goes right underneath his arm, slides underneath past his blocker. And you can see Nurse was just trying to stop anything from going cross crease into the slot area. Instead, the reaction as Smith lifts himself up. Look at that, right underneath the blocker, right by the leg, and slides in to the back of the net.
No! The Oilers had been so hard to beat, impossible as a matter of fact, leading up to this point. They were leading this game 1-0. Connor McDavid scored less than a minute in because he's a mutant. But in a clearing attempt, Darnell Nurse, no! Whacks it past Mike Smith, who almost gets to it, but almost isn't good enough. Ooh. That's a dang it. Side note, I do want to shout out Darnell Nurse. Listen, he had a bad series, but he was also playing with a torn hip flexor, so yeah. It certainly makes Jay Woodcroft's decision to play 7 defensemen make a lot more sense. But I've been asking this question for years now, and I want your opinion in the comment box down below. Is a star player, Darnell Nurse is a star player, is it worth it to have a star player playing at 30, 40, 50% of their ability? Or should you replace them with someone who's not as good, but at least they're fully healthy? Like, it's one thing that Darnell Nurse has the guts and determination to play with that injury. It also feels like he shouldn't have to. Anyway, it wasn't just the Oilers with some dang-its in this series. This one blew my mind in real time, and it's even more confusing to watch again. Devon Toews to Logan O'Connor, back to Devon. No, it's actually to nobody.
Now you don't have, you're already 11-7, so now you miss another one.
And here's the chance. Nugent Hopkins scores! Some in front in Game 4.
And just a misstep by Devon Toews. The pass comes across. No hesitation by Nugent Hopkins, though. Here's the pass by Connor. Goes behind, and now in all alone. Just no hesitation. We saw the other way. Hyman, the righty, going forehand, backhand over the glove. Now the lefty Nugent Hopkins. There's your bench reaction. In all alone, quick hands, and a backhand up and over the blocker.
No. Again, no! Toews gives the puck to Logan O'Connor, who I like to call Nathan McKinnon sometimes because I'm an idiot. He's right-handed and his number starts with 2! Listen, that's not even my worst one. O'Connor goes to hand it right back, and the wire's supposed to got crossed because this was not good at all. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is like, okay, you know I'm a first overall pick, right? Takes it, snipes it, and oh boy, that almost cost the Avs dearly. That's a dang it. Another dang it comes shortly after because the Oilers, well, they're down in the series, but don't you worry. They're getting right back into the series. They're winning the game, multiple goals, they're looking good, and oh no, you don't do that. Oh, don't do the wave, don't! Oh, they're doing it!
Flipped it across, picked off by Nugent Hopkins, who sends it back in. McLeod on the forecheck. Around for Newhook, tied up by Derek Ryan. Nugent Hopkins now after it against McCarr, and Colorado out. Newhook to center. Aubé-Kubel over the line, and he's knocked down. And McLeod for Evan Bouchard from long range. Chop pass, Draisaitl in. McDavid back to the Edmonton line. We're 8 minutes into the third. Here's McDavid, and a toe stop there by Francouz.
No. Oilers fans, listen, I'll tell you a story about something bad happening to Leafs fans, which I think will make you feel better. It usually makes most people feel better. I was in Maple Leaf Square for Game 7. Which one? I know, right? 2013. Leafs are up 4-1, and I hear the voices behind me. Nah. To which I responded by turning around and going, shut up! And then what happened? They blew it and lost. What happened here after everyone started doing the wave? They blew it and lost! You don't count your chickens before they hatch. And on this one, a bit of scrambled eggs. That's a dang it. For this next one, I feel like I've said this enough times that you get it. Most goalies seem to get it. This particular goalie doesn't seem to get it, and I hate to say it because it happened in such a high-stakes game, but it bears repeating. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
Got to stride back to get it, and we'll get some help from Mike Smith. Off the boards, but not out. He's got to get back in. Hiram now from long range in front. Smith the stop down. Nichushkin scores. And Mike Smith's hot. But the Avalanche are back within one.
And a wandering Mike Smith again. He does this so often to perfection, and at times it can be ill-timed. This one he's playing it way in the corner, and this one hits the referee. So now you got to scramble your way back to the front of the net. Everybody's just a little off. One rebound there, it's right behind it, and that one just gets chipped up and over by Landeskog. Smith thought he had it underneath him for a second, and you can see that one goes right off his chest.
Now, what happened on this play? No, this isn't Mike Smith's fault, you see, because he tries to clear it and he would have done a good job, but the ref was in the way. Yeah, but you saw he was in the way. You saw it. Listen, when the puck hits the ref, I get furious, I get very annoyed, and I understand why Mike Smith would be furious and annoyed. But the ref is part of the play. The puck is allowed to hit the ref, especially when you fire it directly at them. Can we see the broadcast angle again? Pay close attention to the ref. Puck's in the crease, they shovel it in, he points, it's a goal, and I'm gonna skate away. I'm gonna skate away. This has nothing to do with me. Ooh, Mike Smith sure thinks it does though. In the moment, I thought he was more mad about the Avalanche shoveling the puck in, and should this be a challenge, should it not be a challenge? Again, I talked about this in a recent video. Jay Woodcroft should be able to challenge that without risking taking a penalty. That's a legitimate challenge. The penalty came into place because of frivolous challenges that had no chances of succeeding. This one, I don't know. But that's a different subject. Mike Smith very upset, and if screaming at the ref after the goal happened was an indicator enough, check this out.
Does it go? That reaction from Smith, mad about a couple of things. Probably mad at himself with the puck off the official.
Mike Smith has represented Canada at the Olympics before, but that was the winter. He looks to now represent Canada in the summer in javelin. He might win, but that's a dang it. Last but not least. Okay, let me tell you about Arturi Lehkonen. He's a good hockey player, a really good hockey player. He's played a lot of hockey over the last little while. Arturi Lehkonen was part of the Montreal Canadiens last season. He's part of the Montreal Canadiens this season, and he got the heck out of there by getting traded to the Colorado Avalanche at the deadline. Now, I am actually well aware of who Arturi Lehkonen is, because for Watch the Stanley Cup Playoffs with Steve Dangle and also Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle, which we've done over the last 2 years, those streams that I do right here on Sportsnet's YouTube channel, I have called the Leafs Habs series with Arturi Lehkonen in it. I didn't get to do Jets Habs, but I did get to do Habs Vegas with Arturi Lehkonen in it. I got to do Habs Lightning in the Stanley Cup Final last year with Arturi Lehkonen in it, and now I get to do Oilers Avalanche with Arturi Lehkonen in it. So can you explain why, when Arturi Lehkonen scored to send his team to the Stanley Cup Final for the second consecutive year, I said this?
If I'm wrong, please don't correct me. That's embarrassing. McCart, what's wrong? There's the series! Mikko Lehtonen! Mikko Lehtonen? Am I okay?
All right, you try it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I said Mikko Lehtonen. Mikko Lehtonen has played 28 games in the National Hockey League. 9 of them were with the Leafs, not recently. 17 of them were with the Blue Jackets, slightly more recently, but not really. I haven't thought of the guy in a very long time. I haven't said his name in like a year. Why would I? What would the purpose be? Where did Mikko Lehtonen come from? My best guess is there's Mikko Rantanen and Arturi Lehkonen, and I don't know. I don't know.
Mikko Lehtonen? Am I okay?
Dude, I had a really good series, I thought. I did. And you want to have good calls, and you want to, when the moments are the biggest, that's when you want to thrive the most. You want to accentuate those moments. And imagine if this call is great. We could use it to be like, oh, you should watch the Stanley Cup Playoffs with Steve Dangle in the Stanley Cup Final when the Avs take on the whoever. And Now it's just me calling the guy the wrong name and realizing it in the moment. And producer Drew, meanwhile, look at that. He can't hear what I'm saying. So he's just jumping around while I'm having like an existential crisis, wondering what the heck is wrong with me. That is an, that's a dang it that I'm gonna wear like a hat for a long time. I'm gonna wear that dang it hat. Do we have dang it hats? Can we? Can we? Mikko Lehtinen. That's a dang it. So, my friends, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like to tell your friends. Arturi. His name is Arturi. His last name is Lehtinen. There's a K. I'm so dumb!